anybody who has a business, that rule applies. Now, some of them are, don't drink. Some of them drink a ton. Some of them watch porn. Some of them don't watch porn at all and also make tons of money. And so I buck against rules really hard. And I don't know why that is. But like the moment someone's like, you can't have chocolate or you can't smoke or you can't whatever, I'm like, why not? I'll do it and then still win at the thing to prove that that's not the point, which is why like I get annoyed with a lot of the superstition around routine. When I wake up earlier, better things have happened for me. When I do more work before I have my meetings, better things have happened for me. When I eat a certain way, I look the way that I want and better things happen for me. And so, and what I mean by that is like, I remember there was a guy who messaged me, he's like, dude, I'm doing my morning routine. And he's like, and I have a cold plunge, a red light sauna, I ground outside, and then I do my gratitude journal. And then he did this list. It was like, it was taking him like 3 hours to get his routine done or whatever in the morning. And I was like, you could just not do that and work for 3 more hours every day. And I was like, I'll bet you'll make more money. And so I think there's a lot of superstition around, especially in the entrepreneur space, around routine as like, if I don't get my morning routine in, I'm just useless. And I'm like, man, I'd love to compete against you. Right? Because like you have one bad night of sleep and you're fucked. I was like, I will continue to work because working has worked for me in the past. But I love what you were saying earlier with like success doesn't really care, or the result doesn't really care. 1 + 1, if you still do the addition, it equals 2, whether you're a good person or a bad person. If you make 100 calls or you make 100 pieces of content, the likelihood that somebody will find out about your product is greater than if you make 0, period. Fight me. And so you can do those things and you can drink and do drugs and watch porn. If you still do the shit, that's all that matters. Now, those things might make it more difficult, but I always came from the perspective of like, I want to do the formula and then live my life how I want to live. And if that means that sometimes I drink more and sometimes I drink less, or sometimes I work out more and sometimes I work out less, sometimes I eat dessert, sometimes I eat really small desserts, that's fine. And so it's just like, what are the actual things that matter? And if you look at, and I know you have a lot of wealthy friends, like the way people work, the routines that they have are so varied, which to me means that they don't matter. Because if there were something that absolutely has to be done, then it has to go down to first principles of, okay, in order for people to find out about your stuff, you have to let them know. Great. So you have to advertise it in some way for people to find out about it, to buy, period. No, like anybody who has a business, that rule applies. Now, some of them are, don't drink. Some of them drink a ton. Some of them watch porn. Some of them don't watch porn at all and also make tons of money. And so I try to have as few rules as possible to give myself as much latitude to live my life.
That is, that's really interesting. And I will, no, for sure. I love that. And I think that's one of the most interesting things about the era that we're living in is people get all these different perspectives.
Someone might say like, man, I'm lazy. I would say like, that's amazing. Like a lot of great CEOs are lazy. That's fine. Let's use that. And so let's just make working more convenient than the other thing. And then your laziness will take over. You know what I mean? Just like in terms of how we can frame the problem, right? Like as an example you were saying earlier with the iPhone, like scientific study, anyone can do this. You can decrease your iPhone usage by simply going to grayscale. Like across age groups, if you switch your colors on your screen to grayscale, you will use it 30% less than you normally would. It's like, great. For most people, that's like an hour plus a day.
30% is an hour plus?
Oh my God, yeah.
Whoa.
I think I think average iPhone usage is probably like, I think 1 hour is like conservative on that. I think it's like might be even 2.
Yowza.
Yeah. Hours, it's like, there you go, found your time. You can make all your content, you can do all this stuff. You watch a movie the time that you have from saving it. But like anyone can do it.